There's a big difference between being right and doing the right thing. A few years ago, while I was a team manager with an automotive company back in Romania, one of our team members, while doing one of their test procedures, so we had the privilege to test prototype vehicles before they were launched, and we were in the tuning department. So in order to tune the engine and the gearbox to work ideally together, we had to reproduce some of the driving conditions that the customer would do. And he was doing one of these driving procedures on one of our test tracks, and looking in the computer to watch the parameters to make sure that he is in the right spot. What happened is that he lost control of the vehicle and just run out of the track. And luckily for us, he was safe. He didn't have any injury, just a little bit of shock. But the vehicle, quite expensive product vehicle, was almost totally destroyed. And so we had to deal with this situation here where our department was one of the departments that we look as being privileged in the eyes of other colleagues, because we got to drive these prototype vehicles before they were even being launched, and that was seen as a privilege from their perspective. And because there has been some tension between different departments there, one of our senior manager, actually the CEO of our company, wanted to pay a lesson kind of to show how it is to not take care of the company's goods. And he, in his eyes, he thought that was something that it shouldn't happen again, and he wanted to kind of punish my team member. And so both myself and my nearest manager, we had to fight with our kind of senior manager to be able to explain that that's not the right decision. So he thought he was right from his perspective, and maybe from his perspective he thought he was right, but that was not the right thing to do, because my team member was only doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, okay, he could have maybe paid more attention, but that was just an accident, something that could happen to anyone. And punishing this person for doing the work would have actually, first of all, wouldn't have been fair, and secondly, would have set the wrong expectation and send the wrong signal to the other team members, and all of a sudden we would have ended in a situation where no one would want to get in a car and perform a test, because that would happen to any one of us. And so we knew that the right thing was to handle this situation as a one-time event, as a one-time accident, look at what we could have done better, all of us, but do not punish the person for that. And so we had to fight for the right thing instead of trying to be right. And of course our senior manager wanted to be right? It's very difficult for someone to kind of contradict themselves, and we had we risked our job security just to be able to fight for the right thing. And I think it's really, really important for you to have this in mind as well, because I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night if I knew that I let this happen. Even if I would lose my job, that wouldn't be a problem, because I could always find another job, but I would probably never could have forgive that to me, right? If I wouldn't actually fight for the right thing. And so wherever you are, whenever you are in a situation to choose between trying to be right and the right thing, I think ethically there's always the right thing should be the thing that primates, right? And so there's a big difference between being right and doing the right thing. And also because when you are right, it means that I'm wrong or someone else is wrong. So the only way for you to be right is by someone else being wrong. But when we both or all look for the right thing, then we could all be right. We could all fight for the right thing instead of fighting for being being right. And so, thank you for tuning in. Think about it. See where you can apply this in your life, and always look for the right thing. Thank you for tuning in. Take care. See you soon.